Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So in today's video we are going to understand what is Helm named templates. So let's understand. So basically Helm named templates are similar to a function. Like in programming language we generally create functions and we call that function from multiple places. So the same concept or same job is performed by named template as well. So basically they help us to keep our manifest file clean and reusable as well. So in short, name templates are just like a function for our Helm charts. So when we define a Helm template, we generally define Helm template under helpers.tpl file. So whenever we create a base Helm chart using Helm create command, we have seen this underscore helpers.tpl file. So these files are in this file. Basically generally we defined our name template, and to define a name template we use function of called define, so that we will see in upcoming slides. And one more thing, it is not always necessary you will create multiple helpers.tpl files. You can include all your named template inside single helpers.tpl file. But if you have a very big Helm chart, in that case you can also divide these files. Like for example, you can create a file called underscore helpers.labels.tpl, or maybe underscore helpers.name.tpl, but these files should be unique across the Helm chart, like so. And one more thing, all these files you can define inside a template folder only. If you define or if you will create these files outside the template folder, then it will not work. So that you have to keep in mind. Okay, now let's see a syntax. Okay, first let's see folder structures. So for example, this is the folder structure for multiple helpers files. So root level you will have your chart, for example my chart here. Then you will have charts folder where you define, or not define, basically where all your dependencies which is included inside this chart.ml file will be automatically downloaded inside a charts folder, basically on this one. So all your dependencies comes here. Now under templates folder, basically you will have your helpers.tpl file. This is the default file, and if you want custom files you can create, like helpers.names.tpl, helpers.labels.tpl. Like you want, like you can create as many files as you want, but it is always a best practice keep all the helpers files like as much as less you can, and you try to define all your name template inside a single helper file. But if is there a particular use case, definitely you can create multiple helpers files as well. Just you have to define underscore helpers.tpl and underscore helpers dot whatever the name you want to give here, and the extension will be .tpl one again. And here you will have your deployment.ml file, service, ingress, like whatever the manifest file, everything should be inside template folders. So this is very important thing. Whenever you are going to create helpers.tpl file to define your name template, you have to keep those files inside your templates directory. Okay, now let's see a syntax. So how you will define your uh, name template inside helpers.tpl file. So this is the format you have to follow basically. So here you will have two curly braces, open and two close, and here you will use define function to. So with the help of define you will define your name templates, and this name should be unique. And here basically you will define your all the reusable ml or text file, what text content basically, and this is the last, like only this block will execute it. So this will be the end of your name template basically. So few things, this name should be unique across your Helm chart, and here you will define your reuse content, and this dashes you can see is in beginning and end as well. So this generally we use to trim the white spaces. Maybe you will have one or two spaces in that case might be your helpers.tpl file will not work. So for that, to trim your white spaces, we use dashes here. And to call this particular name template inside your manifest file, you use include function. Okay, so let's move to a demonstration, then it is going to be a more clear. So I already have created the folder. So under this GitHub repo, which I will mention in the description box as well. So here you will have a folder called name template, and here we have charts.ml file, values.ml file, and inside templates folder we have two files, helpers_helpers.tpl and deployment.ml file. So let's understand all these files in Visual Studio Code. Okay, so let's go to a helpers.tpl file here. So here what we are going to do, we are going to define chart name, my chart dot full name, and here this is the reusable content basically. So release name hyphen chart name, and this is the end statement or end of this particular name template basically. So here your name template will be end. So like that you can define multiple name template inside single helpers.tpl file. Now if I will go to my deployments.ml file, so if you will see here under metadata section, we are calling our name template. So for that, to call our name template which we have declared inside helpers.tpl file, we are using include function. And here your chart name, so my chart dot full name, and if I'll go to here, so this is the chart name which you have defined. So this name should be unique across your Helm chart. So this is what we are going to define. So instead of defining like copy pasting everything here under metadata section, you can simply call that function, sorry, not function, we can say function as well. We can call the name template inside our main manifest file. So under metadata section, we are calling our name templates, and in mesh label also we are calling, under labels also we are calling, and here we are using values.ml file, sorry, values.ml file to get a configuration values for our deployment. So if I will go to values.ml file, so here we have defined few things like replica count 1, repository will be nginx, tags and pull policies, and all these things you can see we have used .values, .image, .pull policy, and similarly for replica count and repositories and tag as well. So now this is a very clean format of your Helm chart. Now if you want, you can deploy same deployment.ml file in multiple environments with the help of named template and your values.ml file, because we are not going to hard code anything here. This is a generic template which we can use across multiple environments. Now let's try to run this template. So again, I'm not going to deploy on Kubernetes clusters. I'm going to render this file locally. So for that, I'm going to use Helm template command. So let me run Helm template. Now we have to give here release name. So maybe give any name, my app 1, and here enter, because we are already on root. Okay, so let's put dot. So you can see it is going to output this value. API version app/v1 kind is deployment, under metadata section where we have called our named function my app1 hyphen my chart. So you can see a chart name we are getting from chart.ml file. So this is the name of our chart, which is my chart, and under helpers.tpl file we are getting a release name. So release name, whatever the name we specify here while we install our Helm charts. So this is your release name. So that's why you can see in all the metadata sections we are getting my app1 hyphen my chart. This is what we have specified in our helpers.tpl file. So in 3 places under match label we have same name, under labels we have same name. So like that, if you want, you can create multiple name templates inside single helpers.tpl file, and you can create cleaner and reusable Helm charts for your applications. So I hope it's clear. In case if you have any doubts, you can ping me over comment box, and I will add a GitHub link in description box as well. So that's all for today. See you in next video. Thank you so much.